to that time. Let's let the music stop and let's let the party begin. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting the one, the only, you know him, you've heard of him, Mr. Ray's in the house today. How y'all doing today? Y'all ready for another lesson? Let's see what about the lesson. What we got on the plan today, Mr. Ray? Let's see here. I think we're gonna do a little wholesale. Y'all ready to do a little wholesaling? Let's do a little wholesaling, baby. Let's get this thing started. I got to start you off with a little Rayism here. I'm assuming everybody's hearing me all right. If you don't, I need to check. I need to check. Everybody hear me?
We can hear you, Ray.
All right, let's go, baby. Now here's something right here. I ran across this the other day, and man, it was mind-boggling. It says, if you rely upon the man to feed you, then you just gave him permission to starve you. Ain't that so true? The person that you work for, the job that you work for, you allow them to feed you, but at the same time, they can fire you at any time they want to, right? That means you gave them permission to starve you, baby. That's why you got to get in business by yourself. That's why you got to set up your own business, baby, so they can't fire you. Can't nobody fire you when you work yourself, baby. Let's get into this. So we got a lot of stuff that we got to cover today, all right? So same ground rules as usual. Keep everybody muted. Keep your video off. I'm going to let you guys chat it up over there in the chat room, and then always give me some feedback. So we got a lot to get through today. We got to do our ARV on the Edgewater, the property that we had over there in Georgia. I'm going to review the wholesale process for us. And then I'm going to introduce you to the tool that's going to make all the difference in this whole wholesale business, the prop stream program. Then I want to talk about the compensation document that I sent you in the independent contractor document. I sent it to you, had a chance to read over it. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to give me some feedback on that. We're gonna have some question and answer. Then we got some more homework, baby. We gotta get homework. The only way you get better is what? Practice. Now we ain't talking about the game, baby. We talking about practice. So I got to keep you practicing so you can get better on this thing. So I gotta say now you guys have everybody has made the practice team so far, but you know, you want to continue to be working now, but you can get eliminated. So, Mr. Ray, how can I get eliminated? Well, one way you can get eliminated is failure to turn in your homework in a timely manner. That will get you eliminated. And missing weekly meetings. And you know, I understand there may be some time that you can't get the meeting, but you need to let me know ahead of time. Hey, Mr. Ray, I can't make it tonight, but if you'll send me the video, I'll review it and I'll make sure I get the homework. That's all well and fine, but for you to just miss and then you don't say nothing to me, that ain't gonna work, baby. That will get you cut from the team. And then coming in late to the Zoom meeting. Some of y'all still coming in late. At one point, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, and I'm gonna let you wait in the waiting room until it's over with. I need you to be on time to the meeting, all right? Timeliness is right up there with godliness, baby. I'm gonna need you to be on time. Ain't your God always on time? Don't he give you breath on time? Don't he wake you up there? Don't he put breath? He's an on-time God. So I'm gonna need you to be on time to these meetings. Amen, amen, amen. Preach, boy, preach. Failure to sign the non-compete independent contract. Now, today is the day that I'm gonna have to get you all signed up. We gotta get you signed up because I'm getting ready to give you proprietary information that's going to separate you from everybody else. So we got to get you signed up and make sure everybody is on board, understand that there's some real money that's about to be made. And I got to make sure that everybody understands I'm asking for a commitment to you because I'm going to be investing my time, my money, and all that. And you're going to have to give me something. All right. You're going to have to give me your time. You got to give me a commitment. So I'm going to be looking for that. So we talked before about the ARV and the MAO. And so, you know, it's kind of the same thing, whether you're talking about a flipper or a buy and hold. On the left side, we do the buy and hold and we do the MAO, maximum allowable offer. I still hadn't changed that to MAO. It's still MOA. Who does that? Who's checking my? Oh, ain't nobody checking. I must just be doing it myself. But anyway, on the left side, this is for the buy and hold, and on the right side is for the flippers. Pretty much the same. The maximum allowable offer is going to be the same for both of them. One of them, the flipper is looking for the profit, and the buy and hold is looking for the 75% because that's what they can do as far as getting their financing. So, quick question: any questions on that? All right, let's keep going. So let's go to the spreadsheets. So we got to find out how y'all did. All right, how'd you do? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the ARV for 2942 Edgewater. And you see, Mr. Ray came up with 264, and we got a couple people that got the ribbons. We got Ken Johnson, he's right there with Mr. Ray. We got Christina right there with Mr. Ray, and we got a few on the outside, up and down. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but let me see if we got any questions that we can answer right here. Any questions? Let's go to
Ray, I got questions.
yes.
Man, I would just love to see what comps you used. I think that
Oh,
would be
well,
really
there you
cool.
go, right here. Pow! Glad you asked. So here's my comps. And so I'm thinking this Edgewater property is probably more like a 4-bedroom because all the comps in that area were mostly 4-bedrooms. So here's the comps that I use. Any questions? Again, there's no perfect right answer. It's just about being right in the right bandwidth, right? It's just being close. So anybody that's close to me, since I'm the boss, and you say, well, Mr. Ray, how you know you right? Because I'm the boss. I've been doing this longer than you, and so I know my number is going to be closer than yours, right? All right, so Josh, you got some questions on that, Pastor Josh?
I do, man. Yeah, so I stuck to three bed, 2.5 bath. Man, what made you move up to 4?
Because that's mostly what was in that area. There wasn't a lot of 3-bedrooms in that area. Let's go to let's see here. Let me do another share. Let's go here to, so here's the property right here. It says 3-bed, 3-bath, right? And then if you go to, so here's the map. And let's see here. Let's just pick a couple. Here's one here that was a 4-bed. You want to just pick one that you use, Josh, and we'll just put it in?
Man, I'm good. I think I understand where you're coming from. I would love to know your date filter. I think that'd be helpful for me.
And so my filter here, my price filter was on the low end 200, on the high end 275, and then I didn't have any more filters in there. That was it.
You had the last 3 months.
3 months. I'm sorry, I did have 3 months in there.
It's good. I think I bumped mine back to, I don't even know. I think maybe like a year, maybe 6 months to get those three bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Yeah,
So.
if I do 6 months, I pick up a few more. Since there were so many, Pastor Josh, I just say, let's go with 3, and that, that'll whittle it down a little bit more. Take, a lot more of them out of there. Because the closer you get to the time that the properties are sold, the better off you're going to be, because that's what the appraisers, they're going to be looking at. If I got a lot of stuff around 3 months, that's what they're going to use, as opposed to something that's 6 months out.
No, that's very helpful.
Okay. What else? Any other questions? We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. You guys are going to get another homework every week. Every week you're going to get another one. So it's just about practice, right? We're talking about practice. Now, we ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice. Let's see what we got right here.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
This is Christina. I have a quick question.
Yes.
I noticed that there was several, I believe it was on this one, that there was like, I don't know if they're duplex or they're at least like maybe a townhome or something like that. I include them on mine, but would that be something you'd look at including, or?
I would look at excluding them if I had some others just single family, like the one like my subject property.
Okay. Because there was one that seemed really similar, but it was not, so I didn't add it. But
Yeah. Again, don't get hung up on being perfect, but just being close. You just want to be close. Again, you want to make sure that you're picking ones that are on the high side, because we're looking at, whenever we buy a wholesale property, we're looking to sell it to a buy and hold, and also to a flipper that's going to take it all the way up to the highest market value, right? So we're going to exclude the one that's way down low or one that's way out of it. So, but we are looking for the highest value that we can get.
Hey,
All
Ray,
right.
can you list just one last time your list of houses?
Okay.
Because I think I see kind of a pattern that we already know it's at 96. I'm saying that's where we start ours at. And it looks like you kind of take a couple less than and a couple higher than, it's like you kind of balance it out. And I think I've seen that on a couple of yours.
You see right here, I got two high, and
Yes.
this is kind of medium. Then I stuck this one in here.
Yes, sir. Yes. So,
but it had to be a nice property, but it had to be close. If I picked it like this, it must be real close to this property right here.
yeah. So it's an art, really, and
yeah, it is. Like I said, it's not a perfect answer, because the bank's gonna have one number, the appraiser's gonna have another number, the seller's and I'm gonna have a number, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter. Let's just get that bandwidth tight. So again, if you don't get it, if you didn't get a star, don't worry about it. Now. If you way up here and you way down here, then you might say, okay, I need to work a little bit harder, right? Because when you look at the average per square foot, I'm right around 96, and a lot of you guys and girls are around down here, and you're up here. So just again, it's an art, like you said. All right, so that's enough of that. We'll have another one. You can go back and look at this video later and see. Again, I'll put my comps up again. Give you a chance to see what I use. That way you can stop the video. You can go back, go out there on Redfin and look at them and kind of see what I did, all right? And then also, we have some others that's right there with me. So you're getting it. Just keep working on it. Keep working on it. It's not perfect, but I got to get these individuals right here. I got to get you closer in here. So we're just going to keep working. All right, let's get back to the show, baby. All right, so the wholesale process, I got to take you through this in the end, because now, baby, we about to get this thing started, but I got to make sure that you understand what the process is, right? So the first part of the whole wholesale process is you got to find some leads, baby. You got to find some motivated sellers, right? And then you got to skip trace and find their phone, their email, and their address, right? Because we're going to be sending them, we're going to be calling them, we're going to be emailing them, trying to find out, do they want to sell their property? And then once we get a hold to them, then we gotta get that property under contract. And I'm gonna take you through each one of these. And then once we got it under contract, we gotta find a cash buyer, right? That's willing to pay cash. We don't want nobody trying to finance, because we got to get this thing turned around quick, because our contract is going to expire, within 30 days or 14 days, whatever we write it for. And then we got to get the deal closed. We got to get that contract with our seller and with our buyer. We put those together, and we got to take those over to the title company. And then we got to show up for payday, baby. We got to get that money, baby. Fall in love with them numbers. You're talking about getting paid. So let's go through each one of those one at a time. So number one, lead generation. A lot of people do cold calling. They knock on doors. They drive for dollars. They put door hangers out there. You see a lot of people with signs, we buy houses. I get a lot of postcards, a lot of letters. People know that I'm in the business, so they always trying to find out if I want to sell a property, or they want to sell me a property that they're trying to wholesale. And so, you can send out text messages and emails and all that. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be using this lead generation software called PropStream, right? And it's all about getting people that are motivated to sell. Is there any question on lead generation? All right. And so after lead generation, go ahead.
So the lead, that software is that it has a robocaller, or how do you
There's two
think they
different
get their
pieces.
lead?
And I'm going to show you that. There's a prop stream, which is the lead generator, and it does skip tracing in there, but there's also other software that does script tracing. And then Mojo is the auto dialer that we're going to be using, and it dials those numbers that I just transferred from prop stream.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Ray, can you go back one more for me?
Okay. Is that the right slide you want to see?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Now, again, that's why I'm putting these videos out there for you guys. Now, this one I might not put out there. It depends on how much proprietary information I get out. But you can always text me and say, hey, Mr. Ray, it's not out there on YouTube, but would you send it to me? And I can send it to you and you can view it, even though it's not showing out there on the YouTube. All right. So you can take this video and you can stop it right here. And you can just meditate on this and until you green in the face, until you know everything on here, right? That's why the videos are so good. You can rewind them. You can hear my voice all night in your sleep if you want to. Most of y'all don't want to do that, I understand. All right, so any questions on lead generation? That's the first step. You got to get some good leads, right? And so I mean, you may say, hey, Ray, I saw this property as I was driving the other day. Looked like it might be a good candidate. Okay, we'll put it in PropStream, find out the information on it, and then we'll skip tracing, find out who the owners is, and we'll send them some. We'll email them, we'll call them, whatever we do. If you think it's a good lead, let's go for it, baby. That's what we do. All right, lead generation continue. Now, the trick on lead generation is you got to find motivated sellers. You just can't talk about just hitting any old body. You got to find people that are motivated to sell and they need to sell now. And so these are people that have had death in the family. They're going through a divorce. They need to sell the property, bankruptcy. They lost their job. They're in foreclosure. They got all kind of liens on their property. They need to get rid of this property as soon as possible. And they don't have time to go down and put it on the MLS and have, one of these real estate agents sell them. They don't have that kind of time. They need to sell these houses fast. These are the people that we're after. We're not going to be spinning our wheels looking on the MLS and looking on Zillow. That ain't where you're going to find deals at. You're going to find the deals the way I'm showing you, by driving the neighborhood, by using the prop stream, by just being out there and find people in dire straits. Any questions on the characteristics of the motivated sellers that we're looking for? All right. So now let's say we found us a motivated seller, right? We found a house. Looks like, hey, we can. Something's going on here. We think we can get in contact. Well, we got to figure out how we gonna get in contact with them. Well, we're going to use this Mojo skip tracer. We're going to use PropStream, and PropStream, inside of it has a skip tracer, and that skip tracer will find out all the numbers, all the emails, all the mailing address, anything that's associated with those particular owners, and they charge a fee for that. So I think it's like 12 cents for everyone that is skip traces for you. Now, there's companies out here that use skip tracers all the time, right? You got collection companies, all the utilities. I mean, anybody that's trying to find anybody uses a skip tracer, and they out here and they sell their services, and they're able to, if I put your name and your number in, they can give me all your information, your mailing address, because they know a lot of stuff is public, right? The phone company has information, the utilities have information. They put all this information together, and for a price, they'll give it to you, right? Any questions on skip tracing? This is important because we got to find out information so we can make contact with them. So second part, once you find a lead, you got to skip trace it. And then once you skip trace them and then you get them on the line or they call you or whatever, now you talking to them. Now, assuming that they got interest in selling, now you gotta find out some information about the property, right? You got to find out where is it located, what's the condition, and make sure you're talking to the owner. You don't want to be talking to mama, sister, brother, whatever. You got to be talking to the owner whose name is on that deed, because that's who we're going to be buying the property from. All right, you got to be fine with how many bedrooms, how many baths. You got to verify. We've already had some examples where the information that shows on Zillow or Redfin ain't right. You got to verify that the right bedrooms, if it got mortgages on it, with liens, taxes, and I'm going to show you how to do all of that, right? And then you got to run the comps. I'm teaching you right now. Every day we practicing on how to do this ARV and MAO, because this is the key. When we get ready to make our offer, we got to make sure that we're making a good offer. We don't want to offer too much because you lose money on the deal, right? And you don't want to offer too little and scare them away. So you got to run those comps. And that's why we're going to keep running those every week. And then you got to set an appointment, go out and view the property, get some pics if you can. That's the key. If you can get some pics, get those pics, but you got to put your eyes on the property. Now, I know a lot of people do virtual wholesaling and they never have to see the property. I like to look at my properties, right? I want to be able to get some pics so I know exactly what the repairs are going to be on the property. And then I'm ready to make an offer, baby. I'm ready to make that offer. Any questions?
What do you feel that you could, based on the pics on the outside, you would make an offer without going on the inside, or you feel like you got? I mean, because I thought that we need to go on the inside.
Yeah, if we can get on the inside, that's what we want to do. But sometimes if you can't get on the inside, if you just might put a low ball offer in, right? And just assuming the inside is destroyed and you got to put $30,000-$40,000. So just add that in there. And then sometimes you got to go with that. But that's where I'm going to be teaching you how to look for those type of things. You say, Mr. Ray, I can't get in, but looking at the outside and looking at what the properties are selling around it, I think we still make money if we go with this low ball offer.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Ray, what is a good source for finding ownership for a property?
It's all in prop stream, baby.
Okay.
Everything's, I'm gonna show you that everything is in prop stream. That's what makes this software so powerful. And it costs now. It costs me about $100 every month just to have prop stream. All you need is one deal, though. It'll pay for the thing for the whole year, right? So, but you guys and girls are not gonna have to pay anything because you're gonna be using mine. I'm gonna put you in my system and I'm gonna allow you to have access to be able to look for properties. Right. That's part of the deal that I'm going to be. That's why you're going to let me keep 75% of the money, and you're going to keep 25% because I'm paying all the money. I'm teaching you. I'm showing you. I'm verifying your deal. I'm putting up all the earnest money. I'm doing all that for you. All you're doing is going out finding deals and closing deals. Any questions?
Great. Yeah, I got a quick question. Do you recommend sending somebody out, to check foundation, things like that?
If we're paying a nice chunk of money, usually if I can lay my eyes on it and I can pretty much figure if there's foundation issue. Having 20 years in the business, I can tell you if there's a foundation issue. And I can tell you if it has termites. I can tell you, I can pretty much walk in that house and see pretty much I could be an inspector pretty much, but I'm not. But I can catch everything the inspector can catch because I've seen so many houses.
That makes sense. Is that just, comes with time and
Experience.
Yep.
Experience. That's the only way you get there. Practice. We talk about practice again.
We're talking about practice. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Any other questions? All right, let's keep going. So now you got the lead, you skip traced it. Now you talking to them, you went in, you got your pictures, you run your comps, you got it under contract. Now you got to find a buyer. All right, you got to find somebody that with cash money that can buy this thing. So one of the ways you find buyers is PropStream has buyers in there. You can look in PropStream. You can say, give me all the people that have bought houses, that have flipped houses in the last year in this area, and it'll identify for you. You can look on the MLS. You can look on Zillow. There's different ways you can find cash buyers, and I'll be showing you how to find cash buyers. Okay. And then you build your buyers list. Okay. So you always have this list of individuals that are willing to pay cash for these homes. And these are investors like myself. You know, we're always looking for deals. And so, and then you develop your marketing material, right? So now you got the property. You want to make sure you show your buyers, hey, here's what the ARV is. You show them some pics. You show them how much repairs it needs. And then you tell them what the sales price is, right? So I'm going to show you how to develop your marketing material. So when you send it out to the buyer, they're going to be impressed because they say, oh man, this guy's done his homework. He knows how much it's worth. He knows what the repairs are. He's sending me pictures. I can deal with this guy. You want to present a professional appearance to your buyer and say, you're serious, you know your stuff. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And then you market the property to some of these cash buyers. They're on Facebook, Craigslist. They're all out there, baby. You just have to find them, and I'll show you how to find them. And then you get that contract assigned to that cash buyer, right? And then you go close the deal, baby. Close the deal and get that money. Any question on finding these cash buyers? I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited, baby. It's about to go down. I'm going to show you 2 deals that I'm already doing. And I just been playing with this so I can teach you guys. And I've already got 2 deals in the cut. They call it what they call it whenever you go out and you be hunting for birds and you put one in the pouch, baby. I got one in the pouch, and I'm going to show you here a little bit later on. Any other questions on finding these cash buyers before we move on? Covering a lot of ground tonight, I know, but you're going to be able to go back and watch this video later if you need to, okay? So what makes my group different? SMG, that stands for Synergy Minority Group. That's me, baby. 100% now. I own the company 100%. So what makes me different is I'm going to be deploying this technology. Now, there are some people on the phone that I know that have PropStream. I think Tiffany has PropStream. I think David has PropStream. There may be some others, but they're already, they've seen the software and they're using it, right? So why would they want to come with me? Well, I'm gonna show them. Well, you want to come with me because you may be using it and you may be doing deals, and I don't know what you're doing with it, but I'm gonna show you how to make money at this, baby. It's very sophisticated, but it's not complicated. But you got to know what you're doing, right? And so in this system, you get the best leads, you got the best sources. It puts everything in one place. All the foreclosures, all the divorces, all the tax lien, all the expired listings with high equity, it's all there in one place, right? But you got to know how to use it, baby. And then once we get these properties, I'm going to transfer them over to our auto dialer. And this auto dialer that we're going to be using is called Mojo, and it has 3 lines, and it can make 300 calls an hour. Now, most dialers only have 1 line, and they can only make 1 call at a time. This one is making 3 calls at the same dang time, right? And so you can get more throughput using this call. And then I'm going to be using Podio as our CRM, where we're going to manage. Once we make contact and we get them in our system, we need to be able to follow up with them and keep them where everybody knows. And like I will assign you these particular leads, and you managing those leads, and I can see what's going on with those leads. You're putting notes in there, and I can follow up and keep track of everybody and what they're doing. Any questions? Sounds complicated? It's not, baby. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Don't even be scared. I have got your back. And so what we're going to be doing, so everybody's going to be signing up initially as a acquisitions rep, right? Requisition. I keep wanting to say that. That's an OG&E term. Acquisitions rep, right? And so I'm going to be providing you with the ability to get these leads. And then I'm also going to give you access to the Mojo Dialer. And then I'm going to train you on these scripts. What do you say to these sellers? How do you take them through? How do you cut the deals? How do you get it done? We're going to be role playing online. We're going to have a class, and one day all we're going to do is role play. I'm going to be the seller, and you're going to be trying to get me to sell your property, and I'm going to switch it around. And that's how you learn. You have your script in your hand, you go through these questions, and then you learn. Some people, I don't know how to talk to people. I'm scared. Well, that's where we do the role play, baby. That's how I teach you how to do it. And then I got all the purchase contracts. I got the assignment contract. I got everything, baby. You don't have to worry about anything. You get the deal done. I help you get the contract set up. You get their name. We get the address. We get everything, baby. I put it in there for you, and we get the deal done. If there's earnest money, I'll put up the earnest money. I have the proof of funds. I got everything for you, baby. And then I'm going to perform all the due diligence for you. I'm going to make sure that if there's any liens on there, we're going to know those up front, and we're going to know exactly what we're buying before we buy it. Any questions?
Can you go back on the slide before this one for a second? Okay, that's good. Thanks.
Okay. Any questions? Pow, let's keep going then. SMG, baby. You say you're in the right place, baby. You are in the right place. And so, like I said, everybody's going to start up as an acquisition representative, and I'm going to give you 25% of every deal that you do, right? I'm gonna be helping you do deals. I'm gonna give you 25%. And then later on, you get to move up to an acquisitions manager. And so once you show me that what you can do as a rep, and you got this thing down, now I'm gonna move you up to a manager, and you're gonna be managing these acquisition representatives for me. And then I'm gonna have some disposition managers, and these managers are gonna be managing all the deals that we got going, right? Because you've already proved to me you know how to do you know how to do the ARVs, you know how to do the MAOs, you know how to do the background checks, you know how to do everything, baby. And then eventually I'm gonna let you run your own company, baby. Start your own company, get out there and do what you do, right? And then after that 2 years, you can just go, you can do whatever you want. But even after that 2 years, after I let you go, I'm still gonna get 10%, baby. I'm gonna let you keep 90, but I'm gonna need that 10% because I the one got you started, baby. That's how you do it. And so I'm projecting my first year revenues to be $2 million. I say, Mr. Ray, man, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm not playing with this. I've already seen the potential. Projected first year revenue. So that means somebody on this team is going to get 25% of that $2 million. Any questions? I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. I can't hardly wait, baby. When we gonna get started, Mr. Ray? What you waiting on? Teach me how to do this. Teach me how to Dougie. I want a Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't even in. Why should I pay you, Mr. Ray, 75% of the deal, man? You raping us, dude. What is going on here? You don't have to. Go ahead and go along. Good luck with that, baby. But if you come with me, baby, I'm gonna need 75% because I'm putting all my money in the game. I'm teaching you the game. I'm giving you everything. I'm telling you, sign up with me for 2 years and I'm gonna make you a boss. You will be a millionaire. I promise you, baby, if you stick with me. But hey, you can go alone. There's always Lone Rangers out there. I promise you, there's a trillion wholesalers out there trying to get at this game, but they haven't been able to figure it out. And every now and then they'll get lucky. But what I'm looking for is a process, a consistent process that we got throughput and we got deals rolling every month, baby. I'm talking about 2 million the first year, baby. I'm not playing with this. Any questions? Here we go, boys and girls. All right, so I sent you the documents, the compensation document. I sent you the non-compete document. Those documents are due back to me, signed and dated by the 19th. What's today? All right, whatever today is, what's today?
Today's the 18th.
I'm just giving you till tomorrow, baby, because I'm ready to get this thing started. I got to know who's on board and who ain't. We got to go. So you say, Mr. Ray, I don't like that 25%. Hey, that's fine. You good. We'll see you back over on Mondays. But everybody else, we're going to the platinum level, baby. But I want to answer your questions about it. Anybody got any concerns on signing up for this? Why are you making a sign? Because this whole business of real estate is all about contracts. It's all about negotiation. So get used to signing contracts. I sign contracts every day, right? And when you sign a contract, it's legally binding. So you say, Mr. Ray, well, I'm gonna sign this contract, but I'm gonna go do some deals on my own. Okay, let me find out about it. You say, Mr. Ray, you wouldn't sue me. You're a Christian. You bet. You think I won't? Oh yes, I will, baby. I'm gonna come get mine because you signed the contract. All right, I'm getting on my high horse. Any questions?
Mr. A, I have a